river, run. Run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me. Run through the land, you run through my soul. Bring me wisdom and peace.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis, your host to Be My Guest. Today we have from Whitensville, Mass, right next door to us here in Upton, we have a very special young lady. She's 21 years young. Brianna Benjamin. She is a young people's author. And I always loved this. She didn't think I would ask her to be a guest on the show. I went to the Whitensville Public Library Authors event. And you were one of the authors sitting there.
Yes.
And I was cruising around looking at the different books, thinking, this looks interesting, this looks good. And then I saw you, and you're so full of excitement. You were off the wall. And I said, this kid has got it going. And then I saw your books. I said, these are cute. Brianna, do you design the covers?
Yes, I'm an artist.
I'm going to show a couple. Which couple do you want? We're going to put up a couple for the...
Do this one.
Okay, you like that one. That one is...
Shirley Jane and the Mystery of the Golden Monkey.
Okay.
It's book one of the Shirley Jane Mystery Series for kids, ages 8 to 12.
Very good.
And they,
Anything in... how about this one? I love this. The Horse Farm Robbery.
Yes, that's the third book.
Very cute. Briefly what it's about?
It's about when Shirley Jane and her friends, they solve a mystery about a robbed horse farm. Mm-hmm. And they have to find everything, all the horses and everything.
What's Catherine's diary? Let's see.
Katerina's diary. This is about my grandmother's story.
Yeah.
About how she lived in Sicily, my mom's mom. Mm-hmm. She's still alive today. She's
Catherine's?
Katerina's diary.
Katerina's diary. That's your grandmother.
Yes.
And she's still in Sicily?
No.
No.
She grew up in Sicily and her childhood in Tina. This is about her childhood.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Is she still...
She's still living.
She's still with the family. Well, that's good. That's enough for right now. But now, my first question to you is, when did you know you had this talent? Was it when you were a kid back in elementary in Whitensville?
In Uxbridge. I used to live in Uxbridge for 15 years, and in third grade, I had a love of writing books, and I've had a few books, fake books, in quotes, fake books written by me, myself, like paper books, and they put them at the school library, kind of like a fun thing, just to...
They actually put it into book form?
They put it in like a binding form, like a spiral bind.
Oh, they advertised, they had them displayed at the library?
Yeah.
For the other kids to read. What did the other kids think?
The other kids loved my works, actually.
Yeah, you do too. Now, how old were you when that happened?
I was like 8.
8? And it's just comes to you, right?
Yeah.
It's
just my imagination that all counts.
Were you the only one of the kids in your family that was like this? It is like this? What do your parents think?
My parents are impressed, actually.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they be? Are you the oldest, youngest, middle?
I'm the oldest child of my family. I have a younger brother. He's 18. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, 18. Well, it's not too much younger, right? You're still in the same age group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you graduated from Northbridge High?
I graduated with the Northbridge High School diploma, and I went to school at an alternative school in Dudley because I have high-functioning autism.
Okay. Now, can you describe with us what that is? You certainly are very high-functioning, I think. I don't see...
Well, high-functioning autism is autism comes in many forms. Like, it's from kids that have helmets that are severe autism and are nonverbal, and they just don't like to get touched, to like kids to young people like me that know how to read, know how to write, go to many colleges, they do many things. They have a sense of art ability.
Yeah, creative.
But it's just all in the social, emotional thing that just you have problems with.
Yeah, but so growing up, amazingly you were able to keep going, and you got your diploma. Mm-hmm. Now, is writing your complete passion, or you have a job outside of writing?
I volunteer at the library 2 days a week.
You volunteer over there?
Mm-hmm.
That's, they've changed it around, because when I was in there that day, the basement was the basement.
Now it's the
nonfiction
and the biographies.
Yeah, and also a little place to be tutored. I'd heard one of the gentlemen over there tutoring some young guy and something, but I remember going there for their book sales. That's where they used to direct us, to the basement.
Yes.
When my son was a kid. I remember that. And they have changed the upstairs a little bit.
Oh, yeah, they did.
The kids' room is still... You have your books over there?
I have 2 of my books over there.
Yeah?
I have 2 of my picture books over there, actually. One of them is about my pets. This is the one that's over there.
Rascal and Fredo are feeling. Okay, here we go.
This one is my cat Rascal, and then that one's my pit bull Fredo. I wrote this when he was a 3-month-old puppy.
You have a pit bull? Brave girl.
I love pits.
You do?
Yes, well, it's not what they say they are, because, well, pit bulls, they're really nice dogs when you turn them into a family dog.
Yeah.
They have the potential to be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the way you draw. So, I know my mother said as soon as I could pick up a pencil, I was drawing. Were you like that too?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you are self-published.
Yes.
So,
I'm on Amazon. I'm on Barnes & Noble. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so are you getting out there? Are you getting out to the libraries?
I'm getting out to the libraries, and I'm about to call some, probably tomorrow morning. I'm probably going to call a lot of the libraries around town and try to get out there.
Yeah, definitely. There's so many different children's venues that you can go by. Sometimes the schools, they're kind of funny. When I schedule authors, I do publicists on the side, but when I schedule authors, I had an author who was into children's books, but I think they said she couldn't sell anything. She could come and talk about it, which is hard. I know. It's hard. Especially you got Scholastic comes in, and that, you know what that's like.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I love going to the Scholastic alone because I can find some great young adult. There's a lot of us adults now reading young adult.
Mm-hmm.
I even love, my son has 2 little babies at his age, and of course I think ahead to this type of thing. So I'm looking at that too. So I've got 3 genres: total adult, young adult, and little kids.
Yeah.
And you're going to stick with the little kids, right? The age group is what age? What do you think about?
Mine's around under 12.
Under 12. And do you think? I like which is my favorite color. I love this one. We already showed her with the girl going, Shirley Jane and the Mystery of the Golden Monkey. I love the red hair. That really, and her expression.
Well, what made me have the design is I had my little cousin Ashley. She's her around the same age as Shirley Jane in the book.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I try to get an inspiration going from some place to make what the character appears to look like.
Right. You did well. Yeah, it's obvious. I've seen kids with red hair and those freckles, and
it looks exactly like my cousin Ashley when I.
Yeah. And the ears, that's funny. The little elf ears, that's really cute. I love it. You got that down. And this one really takes my Rascal. What we just showed, Rascal and Fredo are feeling. I love that, the cat and the dog.
Yes.
Can you explain to me in the bed? They've got you. Meet the author.
Yes.
Brianna Benji. Is that what you prefer to be called, Benji?
Benji. People used to call me that all the time in high school.
Yeah.
As a nickname, and I kind of like it. It's cute, and
yeah.
And I kind of figured to put that as a last name for my kids' books as a pet name. So.
Oh yeah, it's easy for the kids to say too.
Oh yeah.
That you're a young woman who has high functioning autism, like you've shared, loves animals. She lives with her parents and brother in Whitensville, and that's Massachusetts for those of you watching out of state, and her pets that are in this book. So you do have a kitty, and you have the pit bull.
Yep.
You ever seen a basset hound?
I've seen basset hounds. They are so cute.
Yeah.
The big droopy ears.
And they just how you doing?
Yeah, with those eyes. I love those eyes.
I know it. Now, how many books in all?
Those are not all it. I have 12 online.
how many have you written, though, in all over the years? How do you think? What do you guess?
In all,
Yeah, roughly.
about a year.
No, how many do you think books have you written?
What's
What
that?
number of books that you have written over the years? Like, have you written 12 books?
I've written at least 12.
That's a lot. And you started at 8, right?
Yeah.
Now, what's next?
I'm thinking of doing, well, what's next would be, I'm working on 2 other books. There will be a 5th Shirley Jane book.
Okay.
And then there will also be a fantasy book, like little boy geared fantasy book
Okay.
called Oliver's Twisted Island. Spoiler alert right there.
Yeah. So, are you working? I imagine you're working on one right now.
2 actually.
2. Did you say? And you are volunteering at the library,
2 days a week.
and you're finding time to do this.
Yes.
When do you write the most? In the morning or at nighttime, or
Mostly during the day.
do you like to write it out physically, or
I write it out physically and then I type it online.
then you type it online? When you're riding around in the car, do you maybe with your folks, an idea comes to you? Do you write it down?
Yes.
Do you keep a pad of paper by the bed?
Yes. I always keep it next to my nightstand at all times.
This is Brianna Benjamin, and this is delightful. I met her at the Whitensville Library at the authors event. I believe you were the only young person in your age group. Am I wrong? Or was
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. And of course, when I see kids' books, I'm like, yes, I thought this is, and they're so cute. Who designed Katarina's diary?
It was actually, I had a picture that I found from one of their pages
Yeah.
on CreateSpace,
Yeah.
and I decided this girl would do because she had a book in her hand, and
Yeah, definitely. And again, there's a picture of you on the back.
yes,
You were a little bit younger.
I was like probably like 2019.
Well, not that much younger, right? That's young. What do your friends think? Are they really into it with you, or what do they think? You're marvelous, or what's the deal?
Well, my friends, they think I'm just crazy.
Crazy.
They're like crazy. They think I'm crazy sometimes because I'm fun and everything. But they're very proud that I'm doing this, and they think I'm getting it out there, the word out there. And
Does your mom and dad, do they reach out? Are they the ones that get you gigs to maybe speak at, or
no, I do it myself.
You're doing it yourself? Okay, that takes a lot of guts. Because you can't take rejections personally.
No.
No, it's that place's loss. You move forward.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Are you allowed to speak at the schools at all in the library over here, like at the Whitensville? What is it? The Balmer School?
I'm not sure yet. I'm planning to. I'm just gonna call them.
And my son came up through all the. By the time he hit junior high, we'd moved to Grafton, but he was all in the elementaries and all this and that.
Yeah.
Also, churches have like Sunday schools.
Oh yeah.
Things like that.
I'm a Christian Catholic, and I've had a rough start when I was last year. Well, it was a rough year. Like, it's been rough for me from church since 2008, and then finally in 2013 at the end in December I found Lifesong Church in Sutton, Massachusetts.
And you like that?
I love Lifesong.
You really, yeah. Is it if you hadn't told me, anything about autism, I never would have guessed, because I babysat a young boy who had it quite pronounced. I could be in the same room. He didn't care. Nothing. It was just, there was no
Eye contact.
Oh yeah, you're normal. You connect to everything.
Yeah.
But there was none. It was very hard to take care of.
I was like that when I was a little child.
You were?
I was like that when I was like 2.5. I was diagnosed with it at 2.5 years old, and
Hang on. No, it's just a guest coming in, honey. Okay. So you're going to edit that, and then we'll get right back to that. All right, we all set?
1350 to 1400.
That's okay. Well, see, what happens is if a guest comes in and we have to break, and then they'll pick it right back up again.
Okay.
Are we all set?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead.
Well, where was I?
Keep waiting, guys.
Oh, about the autism.
The autism, yes. Okay. She's
Okay.
right.
Well, At the age of 2, I was diagnosed with autism and PDD, NOS, which is, it's like Asperger's, but it's not Asperger's at the same time.
Yeah.
So anyways, I only could say animal sounds. I could only, just say animal names. I could only say my dad's name. Those were the only things I could say when I was young.
Could you go to preschool and kindergarten?
I did do preschool. I was in a special education preschool in Uxbridge.
Yeah.
And so in preschool, that taught me a little bit on how to be a little more sociable and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
when did it hit you that you felt like, gee, I feel different from the other kids? When did that hit you?
that hit me around 1st, 2nd grade.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when did you begin to really get easier?
I think by the end of 8th grade.
End of 8th grade. That's good, because by the time you were, teenagers and things like that and all that type of thing, you were already basically over the hump, right? You had already gotten a handle on it, and now you were right with your peers. And
yeah, but at the end of 8th grade, it was kind of tough for me because I had kids laugh at me and stuff.
Oh, that's not good.
And so by end of 8th grade, they sent me to the Grove School in Deadleaf, and I went to school there for 5 years. And
I've never heard of it. With the Grove School?
the Grove School, it's in Dudley, Massachusetts.
GROSS?
GROW.
The Grove School. I've never even heard of that.
You never heard of Southern Worcester County Educational Collaborative?
That I have. But
Well, that's part of it.
Okay, that's part of it. Did you like it?
I loved it.
You did.
Some kids I talk to, but some kids I don't.
Yeah.
Because kids can be mean sometimes, some kids can be, so.
Oh, yeah. The bullying thing?
It's bad, it's bad.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? Adults do that. I've heard that in senior living and senior centers like that, senior living, whatever it is, that there are senior bullies to elderly people, to other elderly people.
What?
I didn't know that until
I never knew that too.
No, you think, come on, by now. But I have since learned that.
Mother-in-law's.
And now they're trying to put a stop to it by speakers getting out there and letting these centers know, not the senior centers, but at the, maybe it's assisted living or a nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
I've read about it, but I don't know if I've ever seen it. But I wouldn't want to be in a wheelchair and helpless and have somebody bullying me down the hall.
No.
It wouldn't last, because knowing me, I would complain about it. But so it happens at any age group.
Yes.
And you have risen above it and gone full speed ahead.
Yeah.
Full speed. Now, what's your dream? What's your goal?
My goal is to become a self-published author, and I want to be one of those first young people to write something so special, something.
You already have begun. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah. But when I become a little more popular, that's my big goal, is to become a little more popular and try to get the word out. And
You would love every summer. I get up in Danvers, North Shore, not a big deal, but about an hour and a half a trip, whatever. Your parents get you up there. They have I believe it's the New England Authors Expo.
really?
And a lot of the authors that I help were there when we walked in. And it's like a princess's palace, probably wedding receptions, you name
Ooh.
it. It was for everything from fantasy to only one children's author, I think, was there. Not that it's strange, but you're in a good genre, because there's, and then everybody from mysteries and a lot of fantasy and sci-fi. That's big right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You would love it.
Oh yes.
I mean, that type of thing. I mean, that's, it was, I think, don't quote me, I don't think you had to pay to be in it. I know we didn't have to pay to go in it ourselves as guests.
Okay.
But there are so many other places around. Of course, libraries with the children's rooms, this type of thing. Yeah, you've got to go, and you really, really do. How many hours a day do you think you write?
I write how many hours a day do I write? Oh yeah, I write probably about 2, 3, 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. Just in a stretch.
Yeah, it's
and
in
you
a
don't take a break. It's just
some breaks here and there, but that's besides the point.
Do your parents urge you to do this, or you do this on your own?
I just do this on my own.
You just do it, like if you're laying in bed, you just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm
late at night. Are you a night owl?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. And you're no. Do you read a lot of the children's books yourself of other authors to kind of keep?
Yes, I have read Nancy Drews. I've read to keep up with the Shirley Jane books, I did read some Nancy Drews, some Trixie Beldens.
That's going way back, honey, way before. That's going, I hate to say it, that's going into the generation before me, Trixie Belden, I think.
Yes.
I remember reading some Nancy Drew as a little girl. I read some of that. I love mysteries.
Oh, yeah. This is a children's mystery.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You're going to stay with the child's genre, right? That 8 to 12 age group?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you've got it nailed. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, there's no doubt that these books... I can see this over at our Upton Library, sitting right on the counter there. You really should go over and present yourself. Okay. It's right down the... and we'll talk later. But
okay.
I think to say you were on Be My Guest. And, I mean, I think starters, these two are just eye-catching. Just say, would you volunteer? Just say, can I leave them here? And
okay.
that type of thing. See, ways like that. Say, may I? If they say no, they say no. Whatever.
All right.
What have you got to lose?
I know, right?
Absolutely nothing. And it gives you more
confidence.
I know it sounds funny, but a lot of authors go to the arts and crafts fair. At first, years ago, I thought, oh, they're not going to want. So I began, as I was publicizing, I would say, I have an author here that's very interested in getting out there. I said, do you welcome authors? Before I even let her know. They said, yes! Send them our way. So arts and crafts fairs. I mean, you know what it does? It makes you look unique among all crafts, which are beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Like yours. You know, I know there's an Upton Women's Club fair every year at Blackstone Valley Tech.
Ooh.
There's a lot going on.
Yes.
Yeah, and where families go, you need to be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, very often they'll bring the little ones, you know, along with them, and they say, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
See the...
I had little kids that came to the author fair, and some little ones are like, oh, I like that book. I like that book.
Did they get it?
Yes.
How many did you sell that day?
I sold 25 books that day.
Oh, my gosh, Brianna, do you realize there are adults twice your age who, if they're lucky to sell 1 or 2 at an event, and maybe at the next event they'll sell 10.
Mm-hmm.
That was right out of the gate for you, wasn't it?
Yes.
25 books?
Yes.
Which was the most popular?
The picture books.
Like Rascals?
Rascal and Fredo and the Shirley Jane books.
Well, those are the ones I'm picking out.
Yeah.
Your artwork takes my eye right off. And then we're tempted to look inside, and you're thinking, buy it, buy it. That's what the customer's doing. They're looking through it, this type of thing. Now, this one is in lower, I notice, in smaller printing.
It's smaller printing. That's like one of the very first books I wrote.
Okay.
So I was trying to find a way on how to do it. It's more like a test sample.
Yeah. I would say, because of the age group you're catering to, what I would do is, I love your larger printing. This is a great little book. Just open up the printing.
I did open up the printing to the other 2 that I gave you too.
Yeah. This is.
When I figured out that was in there, when the small print was in there, like here, I did some large print.
See, that's perfect. Love it. And this story is too important for kids to look at it and go, oh, I can't read it yet. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to let this go.
No.
Just because they're, kids
It's the first book, so.
I think if you could just up the size of your printing, you should be okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
Next edition should come in large.
Next edition.
All right. Well, I'll do a large print edition to it.
Promise?
Promise.
There you go. Let's go. Now, we are going to be moving into our new digs probably by sometime in the near future. Still in Upton. Are you going to come back and join us?
Yes.
I assume with more books. This came out of way. So this is Brianna Benjamin again, and she is from Whitensville, and she is a young person's author.
Yes.
Ready to get up and go, and has already written a ton of books, probably way ahead of a lot of the adult authors that I meet. You're way ahead, and you're a great illustrator. You know exactly how to catch attention, especially those little ones. You've got it knocked. Don't stop.
I'm not gonna.
Don't stop.
This is my future right here.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you're lucky. A lot of kids in your age group, over 20, have no idea what they want to do.
No.
You do.
At first, I wanted to get out there. At first, I wanted to work with animals, but then
you can do that too.
But I wanted to do grooming, and then all of a sudden I could do grooming because mass rehab hindered my chances. So
they did.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you can just call Bay Path or any of the others because they love volunteers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we just had Bay Path director on yesterday. She'd
Oh.
love to have you up there, even if all you give it a couple hours.
Yeah, but I lost interest in it now, so that's why I'm into this now.
Okay. May come back to you anyway, because obviously you love animals.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to say goodbye. Can you put out how they can reach you, Brianna?
You guys can reach me at booksbybriannabenji.weebly.com, and I have a Facebook page, Books by Brianna Benji. I also have a Tumblr page, tumblr.com/booksbybriannabenji, and my email is briannabenji123@gmail.com in case you want fan mail or anything like that. Okay.
And also, if you want to reach Brianna, if you didn't get that, you can try reaching me at jjl3000 at verizon.net. I will connect you with Brianna. Thanks, Brianna, for being a guest on the show. You did a great job.
Thanks.
And we'll see you next time.
All right.
Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.